Hello there, everybody, and welcome to Price Check episode 20. This is going to be recorded at the latter end of a 13 or 14-hour stream, so please forgive me if I stumble over my words or misspeak here or there. I am quite tired. However, that's because I've been putting in a lot of time this league. Abyss League and the War for the Atlas expansion in general has been crazy amounts of fun. I've really enjoyed all the revamps to the endgame, and let's see what my slash played actually is. I've put it in a day, 3 hours and 9 minutes and 9 seconds since the league start 2 days ago. So half of the time which the league has been available, and then a little bit, I have been online playing, which is kind of absurd, and I need to take a moment to reflect on myself and think about what I'm doing here. But before we do that, let's get into what you're all here for. Price Check, for those of you who are unaware, because I was on a hiatus for a long while between leagues, is a series in which I grab a full stash tab worth of unidentified rare loot, identify it all, price it accordingly, and hopefully glean some of my knowledge off to you guys and possibly learn a thing or two from people who comment telling me that I priced something wrong. So without further ado, let's get started. I've got plenty of wisdom scrolls here, and I've got plenty of gear that needs checking. Lots of the new bases as well, Stygian Vises and Hypnotic Eye Jewels and the like. The new jewels are going to be a little bit tricky to price because they are so new, only 2 days old, and people don't really know what they're worth yet, but even something as simple as this Darkness Enthroned, this Stygian Vise, this unique belt here, is going to skyrocket the value of them. This thing is absolutely absurd, but I'll go into that in a different video. Anyways, let's pass our good old friend the Wisdom Scroll over all of this stuff and see if we come out with anything worth our time. This early in the league, the likelihood of getting at least something good in this pile of rare gear is actually pretty high, but we're not starting off well. We don't have resistances, we don't have life, we can trash it if it's a helmet or other similar body armor. Those resists, again, without life is not worth doing. Now we get to the first of the eye jewels. Flat damage to spells is actually super useful, and I'm using it in a lot of places in my own build. As I said, I have Darkness Enthroned, so I have flat chaos damage and flat cold to spells here, and then, well, here is just life and resists, but on my passive tree, trust me, there's a lot of it. So that's a good thing to look out for, but basically you need life on these, I feel like, or 4 really synergetic damage properties, and we didn't get either of those, so I'm going to get rid of it. 14 life is not enough, especially when Stygian Vises are going to be competing. Other belt bases simply don't hold up to these things. So we can be very, very critical of any belts we pick up that aren't Stygian Vises, and that's 3 synergetic damage props right there. Potentially sellable, but there's going to be so many of these things on the market, it's going to be glutted. I think without a life roll, it's not going to make it, so we're going to get rid of it. Global Crit Multi, we can aug that, maybe make something good. First decent find. Some Flat Fizz, some all attributes, those are good rolls to see. All resist, also quite good. No life though, so let's go into the dump. 31 life. Some Flat Fizz dispels, some Fire dispels, and a stat. This could sell. This could sell for like 3-4 chaos is what similar jewels have been selling for me and what I've been buying them at. As I said, it's very much a crapshoot selling these eye jewels at the moment, selling the Abyss jewels. Don't really know what they're worth entirely, but it could be something. That's a good amount of percent fizz and a good amount of flat lightning and some crit chance. I don't think that's quite enough for the Claw to sell, though. Imperial Claw is a pretty decent base, especially with the rework of Vault Pact. Getting that flat life gain on hit is about as close as you can get to old Vault Pact, and some people might be after that. But no attack speed, only 1 Ellie roll, and Ellie and percent fizz don't really go together. You kind of want one or the other, so I think we'll be getting rid of it. Crit is good to see, though. Life, flat fire dispels, dodge if you've been hit recently. Somebody might want that. Put it up for a chaos. Again, I'm just going to be really liberal with these jewels. If they seem at all decent, I'll be listing them. Some melee damage, but no attack speed, no crit or anything like that. On these, you're going to want to just look at them like a regular belt with a little bit more customization. You know, you get to choose what the implicit is, basically. You want a leather belt? Throw in an Abyss Jewel with some life on it. You want a... well, it's not really an equivalent. You want a belt with some flat fizz or flat lightning as your implicit? You get to do that. But the explicit rolls still have to be decent, and sadly, only one of these was, but 84 life, 42 fire res with an abyssal socket, solid. That could sell for maybe a few chaos this early on. Some spell damage is good to see, but it's a low roll. So you want attack speed on pretty much every dagger. Something like this is usually what you're looking for. This is honestly not that good, but it's got a good attack speed roll. We're above 1.7 attacks a second. That's quite nice. Above like 1.6, 1.5 is usually good enough to feel okay. It's got crit multi. It's got a little bit of spell damage. And the flat cold dispel is actually really nice with this build. I'm doing Dark Pact totems. I can go over that in some future video if people are interested. But having that flat cold makes the totems crit since I'm going crit. Makes the totems freeze, rather, since I'm going crit anyway. So having flat cold here and flat cold here has been quite useful for me. 71 life, some Chaos Rise. I don't think I'm going to get more value selling this than I would the 7 Jewelers for vendoring it, so I'll do that. No life. Though ES has become more usable with... it didn't really get any straight buffs, but the fall of life, to some degree, with Volpact getting nerfed, has made it so that ES is a more tempting offer. You know, if the ceiling gets lowered, then the weaker builds are made stronger for it. And that's just horrible garbage. This is an example of a absolutely terrible ring. Incredibly low flat accuracy. 6 flat life regenerate a second. Useless roll. 9 fire res, that's nothing. Iron ring, bad base. Light radius, you don't want that. 15 max mana, incredibly low. This is horrible. Duskband is a piece of crap. Get rid of it. And that's garbage as well. No life roll means no sale. Strength, life to resists. That beautiful. I mean, it's not perfect. It's a little ugly. It's the ugly stepsister of a really nice helmet, but, you know, I'll still take her to the ball. She's still good. Onslaught Brow, you did much better than fucking Dustband did, at least. So we got a few slight winners here. And we'll log this. Let me do that. What am I going to get? It's garbage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to list, I think we said about 3C for this jewel. We'll put this one up at 1. We'll put this up at 84 life is pretty high. It's got a good lightning res roll as well. No damage, though. Usually people are looking for a damage roll on their belt, so I'll just throw it up for 2. And this as well can go up for 2 or 3 chaos. So just a few chaos for most of those things. I generally aim a little lower on prices so I can get them to sell quickly because I want the chaos to be able to reinvest back into my build. My currency count keeps going up, then back down again, up, then back down again. Especially in the first few days of the league, you do not want to be a hoarder. You want to be spending your currency as much as you can, so long as you know it's going to be an upgrade for your build. Just keep buying better things because you'll keep climbing and you'll get to better and better and better content where you can make more money faster. But that aside, let's get back to the tab. See if we've got any other winners here. We can fit this and those.
Ready for the hunt?
Indeed, Tora, indeed. Let's see. I should have saved a Shaper or Elder rare and put in this. Dang. I'd have to think that in the middle. All right, no life roll and very low resists. Garbage. This has an okay life roll, but the resistances are bad and there's no damage, so I'm going to get rid of it as well. Lots of flat Ellie. Lots of flat Ellie. Too bad all the suffixes are garbage. Well, the accuracy isn't a bad thing to have, but like it's a bad accuracy roll. I don't think that can be salvaged. Still though, you are looking for that much elemental damage, preferably with attack speed and crit multi or something. That's what you'd like. Okay, that's also a lot of flat damage to dagger attacks. I don't know what to do with this. I'm actually going to hold on to this. I'm not going to list it right now. I'm going to hold on to this. We're going to see where jewel prices land in a week or two, and I might list this for a lot. It might be absolutely worthless. We'll find out. Spell damage, cast speed, all attributes, mana. Those are all good things together, but they're all incredibly low rolls, except for the all attributes. And there's no life. So, goodbye, Dire Beads. Life, crit chance. You can craft a res on that and sell it. Spell damage, flat fizz, 2 attacks, all res, strength, mana. Weird combination. Without a life roll, I don't think it'll sell, but I could try crafting life on it. We'll see how expensive it is. I forget how much a crafted life roll costs. I think it's chaos. I don't think I can even do it. Yeah, we'll get rid of it. Well, we'll check, but I'm pretty sure I can't even do it. Life, int. But no resistances. I'll put it up for a chaos. Rings and amulets I can be really, really lenient on. Just like life a stat or life a resist. Maybe enough to sell it for a chaos or two because every build needs rings. Every build needs amulets. Except for builds using unique ones, I suppose. But doop. Doop. These are both garbage for reasons that should be apparent, but basically just lack of life or resistance rolls on them. Same with this. Well, not life and resist, but it is garbage. No attack speed, no crit multi, bad flat damage rolls. I'm going to spend a little bit less time on each item as I go later into the episode because, you know, I feel like repeating myself that many times would get a bit tedious. So we're going to hold on to this in this tab just over on the side here. I'm not sure what to price it at. This goes up for 1C, as I said. I don't think this will sell, but I'll give it the opportunity to. We'll check this. Do I have a blessing font? Yes, I do. Oh, I can put a life roll on it, though it doesn't have space. It's full up on prefixes. So, yeah, that's vendor food. And you. 82 life and crit chance. Give that a resist. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's just go with lightning. I think it's worth the 2 alks to craft it on. That's quite a good life roll. A little bit of resistance and some crit chance. We can probably sell that for 5C, maybe a little less. And last batch. Where's my tab? There.
Yes.
Let's see if we got any other winners. No resists. And I have to be really, really critical of belts that aren't Stygian vises. Ooh. That life is a little low, but those are pretty clean boots, actually. Yeah. Those are nice. I'll actually leave those uncrafted for a little bit of room to craft. That can be really valuable early on. Dang, that's a nice chest piece. Okay. Cool. Oh, I got a whoop. One of my line searches went off. Hang on just a second. I'm going to buy this real fast. That is a pretty good deal on that map for this point in the league. See whether or not this guy is actually willing to sell. I did message him right away. Sometimes that scares people. Put these boots up for 4C. Yeah, we'll start at 4. We can lower it tomorrow if they don't sell. And this chest piece, I'm actually going to price check this one. I'm not sure what this would be worth right now, and what would a price check episode be without a price check? Which guy was it? Greg something. Yeah, go grab that. Anyways, while I'm picking this up, we can transition over to the browser window and get searching on this chest piece, which has 105 life, 35 strength, and 2 resistances, 40 plus. So, body armor with life of, let's say, 100. And a resistance total of, let's say, 80 plus. Pseudo all res? Nope, not number of resistances. It's fairly simple to search for. It's not a very complicated item, but it is potentially valuable. Its lack of links could bring it down. Yeah, it's 1 or 2 chaos. Let's put it up for 2. If it doesn't sell in the next few days, this is just not going to sell overall. But it would be a nice chest piece to somebody who might need to give it a home. Anyways, we had a bunch of fairly easy to price items that time around. But that should give you a short primer on what to look for at the start of a league and what to look for in items in general. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then why not catch me when I'm live? I do stream every single day for a minimum of 8 hours. These last 2 days has been, I think, 15 hours the first day and 14 the second. So, yeah, it's been a lot of streaming. Somebody just entered Shaper. Oh, good luck, Findle. I believe in you. You are the Ubermensch. But I will be around on the stream, and if you want to ask me any questions about my build, any questions about price checking anything at all, just come and tune in. Twitch.tv/Octavian0. There will be a link in the description. And I hope to see you in episode 21 of Price Check, which will be coming out day after tomorrow. I do them every other day, or I will be towards the start of the league at the least. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time, and have a good night.